Good morning, viewers. It's Monday morning, January 27, 2025, and I'm your host, Sunil Thakker of Sunny Talks Money. Welcome to ST Money's Business News, where we provide you the latest and updated 5-minute market wrap. But before we roll on, please do subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you. And now, let's roll. A relentless rally in stocks took a breather near all time highs, but the market still notched its best start to a presidential term since Ronald Reagan was sworn into power in 1985. The optimism investors have shown during President Trump's first week back in the White House tempered a bit on Friday. While a rout in chip makers weighed on trading Friday, the S&P 500 climbed 1.74%, while the Nasdaq rose 1.65% and the Dow was up 2.15% for the week. The indexes advanced for the second week in a row. That was after President Trump talked up policies to boost the economy and lower taxes while appearing to soften his stance towards tariffs on China, even as he continued to threaten sweeping action. The S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average both slipped 0.3%, while the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite fell 0.5% on Friday. The pullback followed the S&P notching its first record close of 2025 on Thursday. A Bloomberg gauge of the Magnificent 7 megacaps dropped 0.4%. The Russell 2000 fell 0.3% on Friday. The housing market data was hotter than expected, while an S&P Global survey showed business activity slowing to a 9-month low in January as prices rose. However, firms reported increasing hiring, supporting the Federal Reserve's cautious approach to the monetary policy this year. The University of Michigan's final estimate on consumer sentiment dropped to 71.1 from a previous estimate of 73.2. The technology sector was the biggest drag on the market as mega cap stocks, including artificial intelligence chip maker Nvidia, reversed a sharp rally earlier in the week. A strong start to earnings season has also helped lift spirits on Wall Street through the results next week from big techs. Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, and Apple will put the rally to the test. In other sectors, American Express reported a 12% jump in fourth quarter profit, but its shares fell 1.4% to weigh on the blue chip Dow. Boeing lost 1.4% after the plane maker warned of a fourth quarter loss of about $4 billion. Boeing is due to report results on Tuesday. Verizon shares rose 0.9% after the cell phone service provider reported higher than expected quarterly subscriber additions. Shares of Novo Nordisk surged after the pharmaceutical company reported strong results from an experimental weight loss drug. In recent trading, the dollar weakened. Trump said he would rather not have to use his tariff plan against China. The yuan climbed against the dollar, as did the euro and the pound, among others. Bitcoin traded about $105,000. Trump signed an executive order on Thursday intended to support the cryptocurrency industry. Bitcoin rose 1.8%. Japanese bond yields rose after the Bank of Japan raised interest rates to the highest level since 2008. The yen strengthened against the dollar before falling back. Crude futures edged higher. Brent crude rose about 0.3%, snapping a 6-session losing streak. On Thursday, Trump called on Saudi Arabia led OPEC to cut the price of oil, sending Brent prices lower. For the week, Brent fell 2.8%. In bonds, the yield on the 10-year treasuries declined 3 basis points to 4.62%. Spot gold rose 0.6% to $2,771 an ounce. Investors are now bracing for this week's slew of key inflation and economic growth data, as well as the Fed meeting, while awaiting for policy updates from the Trump administration. I will see you again tomorrow morning. Happy investing, stay inspired, and remember, it is all about money.